Fire cannot kill a dragon, but Ridge Holland can sure kill Eli Dragunov as he takes him out of tonight's main event. No WWE NXT Championship match due to an injury. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, and we are here to review New Year's Evil NXT. Technically, it is day 2. If WWE Raw was day 1, then this was day 2. We got a big advertised NXT Championship match, but for one reason or another, Eli Dragunov could not compete, and in the end, we got a bit of a dud main event.
We did, because he was not there. We got the main man, what's his name? Grayson Waller, that guy, who's not done much on the main roster for me. I really had big expectations, and maybe the grass isn't greener on the other side, because we all want Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker to get called up, but what's he done on SmackDown? Like, he comes back to NXT, he's like, oh, I've been wrestling legends, and you've lost every single one of them. And they're not even legends, half of them.
You've wrestled
you called out Austin and The Rock, but you've no fucking wrestled them.
And they didn't answer.
Fat Boy Owens ain't a legend. I mean, he might like a chicken legend for fucking McDonald's, but that's the only closest thing he'll be to getting a legend.
Anyway, we'll talk more about Grayson Waller tonight. We kicked off the show with Lyra Valkyrie versus Blair Davenport, WWE NXT Women's Championship match. Not interested in either of these two. Just don't like either of these two, so therefore wasn't really bothered about the match, didn't really care who won. I think this Lyra Valkyrie title reign has been crap. I don't see the point of it. I don't know why Becky Lynch beat Tiffany Stratton 6 months ago. I don't know if it was that long, but it feels that long ago. Point is, this title reign shouldn't have happened, but they wanted to have the old Irish person put over the young Irish person. Well, Lyra Valkyrie didn't put over Blair Davenport. She beats her in the end after the Michinoku driver, and during the match, Lyra Valkyrie looks like she hurt her neck. I don't know if it was legit or not, but she was selling pretty good if it wasn't legit, so therefore I think it was legit, because a lot of wrestlers don't sell. Now Blair Davenport then looks like she hurt her knee on the outside when she smashed it through the announce table, so you know, a couple of decent looking spots in there. Blair Davenport though, that resting bitch face just doesn't really do it for me. She loses. Lyra Valkyrie still the champion. At the end, Lola Feist came out. I guess she was going to cash in. She came out alongside Elektra Lopez, but then Tatum Paxley made the save. I don't know why Tatum Paxley is so interested in saving Lyra Valkyrie, but she is, and she was wearing some like red and black sweater. For a minute, I thought she was Roxanne Perez, and then I thought she was like Freddy Krueger, but it turns out it's Tatum Paxley. So I don't know who cares about Tatum Paxley, but obviously she cares about Lyra Valkyrie, because she did her best to make sure that Lola Feist didn't cash in.
And it turns out this women's division's pretty dead, isn't it? I mean, just look at these 5 out here. Not one bit of credibility between them, I think so.
No credibility.
No, like there's just like, where's the stars? I'm not saying there's many stars on NXT.
Development, like, I mean,
I know, but Tiffany Stratton, like Cora Jade, I mean, Mandy Rose when she was there. What are these sort of people? This is like fucking 5 people right here, and it's like a pick and choose of jobbers. Pick and mix. Resting bitch faces galore, but during this match we were promised some major injury news. And it was major injury news, because Dragunov's out the match.
Dragunov cannot be competing tonight.
No one's playing tricks on us.
The Dragunov has been slayed. That's him done. He's not medically cleared tonight, and I don't think this makes any sense. I don't understand why they would do this. You don't advertise a world title match for your main event and then change it on purpose unless it's necessary. So therefore, I don't know if they're doing it. I just don't think it just doesn't make sense. It just does not make sense.
If he's injured for realsies, let's just get the belt off him.
I mean, it could be a kayfabe, and it could be like a fake injury or whatnot. But I just don't know why they would advertise this match in the first place. Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. But what also doesn't make sense, Carlito is the mystery man with the LWO. And he's not really a mystery man because he's part of the LW.
Yeah, and I called this in the preview. So
and I shot it down. I said there's no chance.
It's not really a surprise, but the sad thing is I didn't really care. This was a jobber match, and throwing Carlito in it isn't enough to make it exciting. Isn't enough to get us up off our seats and cheering in the air for Carlito. Was it cool to see Carlito, pun intended? I mean, a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's Carlito surrounded by 5 bums, so it's hard to get too excited about this. Then Kelly Kincaid, who is the new backstage announcer, she replaced Mackenzie. She's with Trick Williams and Carmelo. Trick is beyond disappointed about the news because he's been grinding for this opportunity. He wishes Eli dragging off a speedy recovery, but Melo is not buying the injury. He thinks that the injury has been put on because Eli knows that Trick Williams has been training with Carmelo Hayes and that he wouldn't be able to beat Trick Williams. So I think this was Carmelo trying to put himself over here by saying, well, since I'm training with Trick Williams, he can't beat him. But, I mean, haven't these two been training with each other since they've been in NXT? So what's changed? Grayson Waller then comes in, joins in the conversation. Nobody invited him, but he invites himself. He says that he shouldn't even be here. He is used to wrestling legends on SmackDown and not wrestling flops like Trick and Melo, because they wanted to have a piece of Grayson tonight. Grayson wasn't interested, but then Melo says that Trick will put his number one contender spot on the line against Grayson if he accepts the match. Grayson accepts it 100%. He's like, yo, Melo, you never miss. And he walks off, and Trick ain't too happy that Melo has put on his number one contender status when he's got no right to do so, in my opinion. So I can see why
he's got no right. Michaels ain't here, though. I mean, is this not ridiculous because Melo said he's putting it on the line?
Why didn't Trick just say no?
Yeah.
I get it makes him look a bit weak as a face, maybe, but I mean, he could have just said no.
Yeah, but at least if Michaels was in the room, he went, well, yeah, it's official. Like, who's making this official? No one. Like, you're led to believe that Shawn Michaels is there. All we see is a fucking door with Heartbreak Kid written on it. He's no there. His eyes in Texas and his eyes in the fucking Impact Zone or the Performance Center. Come on, sort it out. Up next, sort this out.
One eye there, one eye nowhere.
Roxanne Perez defeats Ariana Grace, then after the match beats her up, and then they just give her Grace the victory.
The good thing is, I know who Ariana Grace is now. The bad thing is, I don't really care. Perez wins, and then after the pop rocks, and then after the match, she continues to beat Grace up because Grace gets on her face and says she has issues, and I guess makes fun of her mental health and all this stuff. And Perez, being a wee lefty, mentally ill freak, can't handle it. So she loses her temper, she loses her patience, and I don't know, it's just weird seeing some 4'10" person having anger issues. But I guess maybe it's small woman syndrome. She starts beating up Ariana Grace, and then the referee comes over with his baby face and he says, that's it, I'm changing the outcome of the match. And the announcer then announces that Ariana Grace is the winner due to Perez's behaviour. Like, I get it, this happens in wrestling sometimes, but we've also seen times where somebody will win a match, continue to destroy their fucking opponent, and it doesn't get changed. There's just a lack of consistency. It's like with Raw in 2002, we have Chief Morley coming out, and you know, some rules and some decisions, he's like going to video footage and he's making sure it's inch perfect. But then other times, someone will cheat to win, and Chief Morley's nowhere. And it's the same thing here. I get it. This does happen sometimes, but this happens a lot of times where the winner of the match will attack the loser anyway, and they don't get the decision reversed.
Yeah, Roman Reigns could easily win a match against like Zayn, batter him after. They're going to give Sami Zayn the world title reign.
Like we've seen, like Braun Strowman, for example. I'm sure when he was running through all those no-name jobbers, taking them on 3-on-1, 4-on-1, there was times he would continue attacking them after the match, and they didn't just be like, well, that's it. See this guy at 120 pounds, he gets the win. Braun Strowman, you're disqualified. That didn't happen.
No, because that would have been mince. But let's move on.
I thought it was alright, but just there's a lack of consistency.
No, there is. The Rock then leaves Shawn Michaels' office. It turns out it's his daughter.
Yeah, I was excited. I thought we were getting Dwayne Johnson. I mean, he was there last night on Raw. Could he not have been here tonight? How hard would it have been?
He's no interact. Wait, could you imagine if they brought him back to have a match with his daughter? Like mixed tag?
As if that's going to happen.
Mixed tag? If he wants that, they would give him it.
Could The Rock not have appeared on NXT for his daughter's sake?
Yeah, why not? He hit Shawn Michaels, he could have fucking battled him.
Shawn Michaels versus The Rock. What's NXT's pay-per-view called?
This was it tonight.
Stand and Deliver.
Stand and Deliver.
Stand and Deliver. If Shawn Michaels can still stand, and if his eyes can still deliver on the target, then I'd take it. Michaels versus Rock. Ava is the, special guest referee or something like that.
The Dusty Rhodes Classic.
So her new role, I guess, has been Shawn Michaels' not advisor. I'd say maybe more Shawn Michaels'
consulary.
Yeah, assistant, guinea pig. I don't know what her role is, but she says
Right side of eye.
she's going. I'll be your right eye, buddy. Instead of your right hand, I'll be your right eye. But yeah, she's going to keep an eye on things and offer Shawn Michaels some advice if he glances over things. So yeah, she's got the vision that Shawn Michaels might not have. She's got the vision to take NXT forward, not to the side. Anyway, enough eye jokes. Ava is going to be, I guess, the new assistant to Shawn Michaels.
All right, this has dragged its course.
All right, our first announcement though is the 2024 Men's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, and it begins next week.
I feel like this tournament happens every week.
Yeah, I've done it. I'm had enough of it. Like, I think it lost all credibility the year that I think it was Raquel Rodriguez and who's that other person? Dakota Kai. They won it. I'm pretty sure it was it those two or was it Io Sky? Anyway, right, they won it, and instead of getting a shot at the tag team belts, they decided to cash it in for a shot at the Mandy Rose's title. And it's like, well, you've just buried the tag team tournament. You just get a shot for the tag team titles, and you're like, we don't want those shitey belts. We want to challenge for the women's belt.
I think it's actually disrespectful of Dusty Rhodes. I never rated the guy, but we're dragging his name through the mud every year for a bunch of fucking jobbers.
Plus, he wasn't a tag team wrestler.
Yeah.
Should it not be the Dudley Boys Tag Team Classic?
Or like the Road Warriors or something.
Yeah,
they're both dead, so if you want to pay... Yeah.
I don't understand what Dusty Rhodes... maybe he worked with tag teams in NXT or whatnot, but I just don't really associate tag team wrestling with Dusty Rhodes.
No. Same with the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. It's now like a pre-show match on SmackDown. That bad, we have to give it to you 3 days early.
I thought, and originally when I thought the Andre Giant Battle Royal was happening, I thought it was a one-off thing. And I think these tournaments would work better if they were a one-off thing. I tell you what, see if the Dusty Rhodes Classic was a one-off thing, you'd probably remember the winner. Because I know Cesaro won the original Andre Giant Battle Royal. I couldn't tell you who's won one since.
Baron Corbin.
Oh, I couldn't tell you anybody else who's won one since.
Mojo Rawley.
Piss off, alright? I couldn't tell you, apart from those three, who's won one since. And with that, let's move on.
I'm pretty sure Big Show won it the year after.
Who gives it? My point is, it should have been a one and done.
Right, Nikita Lyons tells Blair Davenport they have unfinished business.
Yeah, this looked a bit weird. Nikita Lyons was stalking Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport was like, you can't take me from the front, so you're going to have to take me from behind. A little bit gay there. Nikita Lyons then gets in her face, and officials come and pull him away.
I thought the acting was cheesy. It was like, I'm not going to hit you from behind. And it's like, but what do you want me to do about it now? Fuck off.
I think Nikita Lyons is only good at fucking, I don't know, shaking her ass or something like that. It's just not very...
Blair Davenport's good at arresting bitch face, so that's about it.
Fourth match, Tiffany Stratton versus Fallon Henley. The loser basically becomes the other one's bitch.
Yep.
I don't know, is it for a week, is it forever? Who knows? But Stratton looked in good shape, looked like she was going to win, looked like she had the match under control. Grabbed a chair for no real reason. She was going to hit Henley with a chair. I don't know why she was going to do this when it would automatically result in a disqualification and she would have to go to the farm and, run around in pig shite. So that makes no sense to me. But Henley then kicks her to the gut. Referee snatches a chair out of Stratton's hands and Henley connects with the Shining Wizard to pick up the win. And then Henley escorted Stratton out of the ring and basically put some, I don't know, like white towel over her head and was like, right, come with me, we're going to the farm. I don't get it. I get the match, I just don't get the ending. Like, why was Stratton going to get DQ'd? She would have lost anyway. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, but like Ric Flair using it his last match.
Yeah, the whole point is you can't lose, so why? It's not like a throwaway match where you just want to hurt somebody.
You can't lose, Rick. You can't win, Rock.
We got an Obafemi vignette.
Oh, we got Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker teaming up next week.
Alright, Baron Corbin wants to team up with Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker doesn't really want to team up with Baron Corbin. Baron says that you're an asshole. Braun's like, well, why do you want to team up with me? Because Baron's like, I'm an asshole too. And they can come to an agreement that they're both assholes. Braun Breaker, he said he's going to lead this tag team with Baldy behind, but Baron Corbin didn't like this. He said, no, I'm going to be the one dominating. And essentially they decided, yeah, you know what, screw it. Nobody else likes us. We ain't going to be able to get any other tag team partner. Let's be friends. Let's be tag team buddies. And the fist pump.
You know what? These two are wasted in this, man. Like, what are they doing? This should be world title material here on NXT. And I guess Baron Corbin was and Braun Breaker was, but take out Eli Dragunov, and I think you could have like these two against like Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, like world title feud sort of thing.
Yeah, I think we could have a lot of good things if we took out Eli Dragunov. I just think Braun Breaker should be on the main roster. I don't see any point from remaining on it. Why is he Why is he going for the tag team belts?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's look at back in the day, right? See when WWE put the ECW Championship on Punk, they didn't have him lose it, stick on NXT and compete for tag team titles.
No.
They moved him to Raw.
Moved them to Raw.
And if you look at, like, with the majority of the ECW champions that they had, they kind of did the same thing. I don't understand why they're keeping Braun Breaker on this development brand, but it is what it is. Cora Jade confronts Gigi Dolan because she's sitting in her spot. Dolan's like, you can't disrespect everyone and expect to be respected yourself. And they come close to each other, and the other women try and break it up, and it's just a squabble, really. That's it. Nothing.
They're doing it every week now, though, this whole locker room. Oh, that my name's there. No, your name's there. You're sitting in my bed.
But my name's Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is.
I think NXT does go for like the college vibe a lot, like they're young adults.
Well, they kind of are, aren't they?
They are. That's no, but then like sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Like, I just don't think you would see this in the main roster, which maybe is the point.
Shayna Baszler, 42 years old, arguing over who took my locker.
She'd be. I was going to say something.
Nia Jax would be like, who took my fucking cheeseburger?
It was a one road to fucking demonetization. What I was about to say. So let's just
move on. Ridge Holland interview. So I thought we were going to. This interview was bullshit. They kind of led us. I thought they set this up, and they were going to basically show everybody that Ridge Holland is injured. I thought that's the direction they were going to go, because Ridge Holland was saying how when he's in the ring, you know, things happen and stuff like that. But that's not the direction they went. Instead of showing the injuries this guy's caused people, they showed injuries that he's caused himself, like his knees blowing up, and he had some other issue where he couldn't compete because he got like a concussion. And it was basically how when he gets in the ring, like almost unlucky things happen to him. And that was it. And then Sarah, the interviewer, says, well, you've done well to recover, and now you're on SmackDown and things are good. And it was like, what the hell is this? Honestly, I thought Ridge Holland I thought they were going to show him injuring, was it Johnny Gargano, then show him injuring Big E, and then show him injuring Eli Dragunov. And I was expecting maybe Ridge Holland I think this would have been a good time to turn this guy heel and basically threaten anyone who steps in the ring with him by saying, if you step in the ring with me, you're going to get hurt. I think this would have been a good opportunity for them to do something like that. But they didn't. It was bullshit. They basically just did this narrative where, oh, Ridge Holland is unlucky, and anytime he gets in the ring, when things are looking up for him and things are looking good, he gets hurt, and then he says that he has to come back, he has to keep fighting because he's got a young family, his wife moved to America, and he can't let her down, he can't let it all be for nothing. So I thought they should have turned him heel here and have the guy basically threaten anyone who gets in the ring with me, anyone who comes between me and the NXT Championship is going to get hurt. Like what? Eli Dragunov, like Big E, like Johnny Gargano. But they didn't do that. It was cookie cutter. It was pish.
I don't like it. You know why? Because it's kind of blurring the lines between like kayfabe and whatever.
It's basically saying, oh, look, this shit's fake, but sometimes accidents do happen.
Yeah.
That's what I don't get with the whole Nia Jax punch and them focusing so badly on that. It's like, you guys are focusing on one punch that happened 5 years ago. Look how many times wrestlers supposedly punch each other week in and week out.
Yeah.
And there's never a black eye or a broken nose, but you're focusing on that one. So I think them focusing on that one time just makes the entire product look fake.
No, it does. Like, it'd be like Owen Hart after doing Austin in, like they built him up as this fucking animal, monster that could, you know, break anyone's neck at a moment's... Doesn't work for me. Like, I think Big Show having the knockout punch, you know what, right? He's 7 foot, 500 pounds. We've heard it before. That works, kinda.
So you don't like my idea?
No, I do like your idea. I'm talking about...
You said it wouldn't have worked having Owen Hart as a guy that can break people's necks?
No, I think it's... No, what'd you say?
I'm on about Ridge Holland. I think he should have turned heel here, and when you get in the ring with me, you're going to get hurt because he's got a history of hurting opponents.
Yes, but my point is with Owen Hart, it's like you don't do it with every fucking injury. It's like when Triple H tears his quad. Like Jericho didn't come out and be like, see, if I want to injure people and, you know, beat them, I could just do it every week. It's like the Miz coming out and saying, when I try, I am the best Intercontinental champ.
So why would you try every week, mate?
No, it's things like that do annoy me, though.
I think they should have turned Ridge Holland heel and have him just be more threatening and basically say, look, this is what happens when people get in the ring with me, people get hurt. I'm dangerous and I'm coming for the title. You step between me and the NXT Championship, you're going to end up like Dragunov out on the shelf. Yep. Or like Big E, retired, dead, in hospital.
Crack, good night. Right, up next, we've got Obafemi against Riley Osborne. I actually thought this was a good match.
It was a good match for the breakout. Before this, we had a quick segment backstage. Thea Hale, I guess, is impressed with Riley Osborne. She likes Riley Osborne.
I'm impressed by his Titantron. I like the wee red.
It was like a Spiral kind of thing.
Like a saw thing.
Yeah, I thought I was watching Spiral, the movie, and then the next minute he kind of just like somersaults into the screen.
West Coast Pop.
And we get the match, and it looks like Osborne was going to win at one point, but unfortunately Obafemi turned it around. Then he just hit a couple of big high impact moves, hits a pop-up powerbomb, gets the win, and Thea Hale and JC Jane went for cheering on to looking a wee bit saddened that their guy didn't win. So yeah, I thought Riley Osborne could have won this, and maybe him getting a win in the breakout tournament and getting a future shot at the title, that could have maybe secured finances for Chase University, but I guess they're still bankrupt because Riley Osborne is a loser.
He's a loser. Obafemi wins. Good match though. We then get a out the mud vignette. Do you remember that?
I don't, so we're gonna skip that. Kelly Kincaid had a backstage interview then with Kiana James and Izzy Dame. Izzy says that Kiana has the best business mind in WWE and she made the right decision. Kiana calls Izzy a triple threat. Izzy is not shy of conflict. Kiana sees dollar signs when it comes to Izzy. In 2024, everyone will know who Izzy Dame is. Well, that's good because right now I don't have a clue who she is, so it's good to know that I'll know in 2024.
Yeah, it's like pretty much after this point we just got about 10 segments in a row.
Yeah, Trick tells Carmelo Hayes basically, like, let me handle this myself tonight. You've already messed things up by putting my shot on the line here, so I'm going to go out and I'm going to salvage things and I'm going to beat Grayson Waller on my own. Then we have Chase U. They are proud of Riley Osborne, but JC Jane says that she's taken over going forward. So Andrew Chase will not be the leader, I guess. JC Jane is the one deciding things, and she takes him out of the Dusty Cup Classic because he needs to focus on paying off his debt. So it's going to be Duke Hudson and Riley Osborne going forward. I thought Andrew Chase should have put up a bit more of a fight over this, but he kind of just accepted it.
He has bankrupted Chase University though. So, I mean, we can't really give the guy too much credit.
What did he do? Did he gamble the money or?
That's fucking exactly what he did. I thought gambling was illegal in America.
Damn, that's not a good way to teach the students, is it?
No, it's not.
And can someone explain to me why Duke Hudson's a student?
I know he's about 40.
Because I'm just not seeing it. I mean, I can see Thea Hale, I can see this Riley Osborne, I can even see JC Jane to an extent.
But not this guy.
But not Duke Hudson. Guy
No.
looks older than Andrew Chase. Yeah, he's playing a student.
He does.
Just doesn't look right.
Big
See, when you
Duke.
see him sitting in the classroom and all the other people are like fucking...
He's as old as the Duke of Edinburgh, man.
All these other people are like 19, 20, and he's sitting there like 40. It's like, Dookie boy, what you doing? We then got a backstage segment with Tatum Paxley. She told Lyra Valkyrie that she'll have her back as long as she remains the NXT Women's Champion. I don't get this. Why? Why does she need her to remain the Women's Champ? Does she get a title shot if she does? I'm not sure why Tatum Paxley is so obsessed with Lyra Valkyrie, but I just kept getting Freddy Krueger vibes with the hoodie.
Yeah, it was creepy, wasn't it?
And the black hair, kind of just remember. But originally when I seen her, I thought she was Roxanne Perez, but nah, whatever. Then we got Nathan Fraser with Axiom. Nathan Fraser standing there, speaking to a guy in a turtleneck and a mask that has no fucking eye holes, no mouth holes, just no fucking holes. Some gimp standing. I mean, he's wearing a turtleneck, which you would not associate with a mask. It just doesn't look right. See, when Rey Mysterio wore his mask, it looked cool, you know. He had the highlights in his eyes, you know. He had the like eye lenses that always looked like cool, different colours.
No, but most
you've seen his eyes, you've seen his lips. See, when he was talking to people, he was actually making eye contact. See, when Nathan Fraser's talking to Axiom, he's just standing there. It's like you don't see any facial expressions, you don't see any eyes moving, you don't see any mouth moving. It's just like this muffled fucking talking from a guy in a mask.
And he sounds gay.
Yeah, but he sounds white. He doesn't even sound Hispanic. The guy sounds...
He's like the fucking purple Power Ranger.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. And then two black guys show up, and one of them sounds even gayer than fucking Nathan Fraser.
I'm the hood. I'm from the ballad, the gay Tony, buddy.
That's what it sounded like.
Me and gay Tony go way back.
They're entering the Dusty Cup.
What's a jobbers in this Dusty Cup?
There is. But the family accept the OTM's challenge, and then Tony D introduces to Adriana Rizzo.
What's the chance of her name being Adriana?
The problem with this is, for me, we've seen her for about 4 months. You're not just introducing us to her, man. We've had sit-downs where she's at the table. She's the one that's been dropping off letters to Andrew Chase.
Well, you know what? Better late than never, alright? She finally got introduced.
Yeah, but that'd be like The Sopranos, like Chris, like, this is my girlfriend, Adriana, in season 4. What?
Hold on, Sopranos doesn't really do a good job at developing people, but what? Maybe they took...
Waste business management.
Yeah, waste management. Speaking of waste management, they open up the boot to put their luggage in, and for some reason, Joe Gacy is taking a sleep in the trunk of the car. They want to know where the body was, and he's like, "Oh, I dumped it off the bridge in the river," and then he just disappears. What's Joe Gacy's issue? What's Joe Gacy doing?
Release him. That's my issue with Joe Gacy.
And then the family are a little bit confused. I was confused. I personally didn't get it, but I mean, it was. I thought these were some pretty okay segments in a row. I've no issue with. I mean, I thought they were all decent. I've no bother with them. They didn't do any harm to me. And then we get into the final match of the night. Trick Williams versus Grayson Waller. Winner gets a shot at the NXT Championship match. And pretty decent match, I guess. Trick Williams, Grayson Waller going at it. Towards the end, we see... I don't understand what happened here. We see Carmelo Hayes come out, and for some reason, he came out with a shirt, a Trick Williams shirt, a Trick Mello shirt, and he drops it, and then he jumps up in the apron, distracts Williams, while Grayson Waller is on the outside. Grayson Waller then turns around to the barricade, and Kevin Owens is standing there. Kevin Owens decks him, throws him back in the ring. Trick Williams then turns his attention, hits him with a lariat. I think it was like a lariat or a knee or a shining wizard or something, a knee to the face. And then he hits the 1, 2, 3. Why did Kevin Owens show up just to literally punch Grayson Waller in the face? I don't understand that. Why was Carmelo Hayes out there awkwardly for no fucking reason, pretty much making it obvious that he was attempting or trying to screw or distract Trick Williams? It's almost like they can't turn... they can't turn Carmelo Hayes heel now because they're making it so obvious.
Yeah, but as we see in AEW, Adam Cole's the devil, well then he's the devil.
Yeah, but I don't think Carmelo Hayes can be heel now because they made it so obvious that he's going to... What was
my
that
biggest
tonight?
problem with this though is just seeing Owens and like how fat he is, and you know you've got The Rock, right, at 52 years old or 53, whatever it is, and then there's this guy.
I think Williams, Waller, and Mello all look like way bigger stars than Owens.
Yeah.
Owens looks like a fan that's just hopped the barricade and...
It looks like he was about to sell him some hot dogs.
Yeah.
If he hadn't ate them already, the fat bastard. So that's it. Wrapped up. I'll give this a 3 out of 10.
I think a 3 is fair. You know what? I think I give Raw a 3. We'll stick with a 3. We'll keep it simple.
Raw had The Rock. This had The Rock's daughter. What will SmackDown have? The Rock's fucking 20 cousins?
The cousins, the nephews, they're coming, buddy. It's a bloodline Samoan invasion.
It's a pretty big table.
It's a big table.
It's a big table. It's a big Samoan table.